I am dirty and I will make you dirty too. I am dirty and I will make you dirty too.
Esta não é uma enfermaria comum. É a única unidade britânica permanente dedicada ao tratamento do Distúrbio Obsessivo Compulsivo, ou DOC. É para aqui que vêm os piores casos do país depois de terem sido apanhados pelos medos das coisas mais normais.
Come on, chop.
You know, I just want to be the other side of the door, and it's so easy to get there, but I just can't do it. I really can't do it here.
You don't need to go anywhere at all. You're not going to leave.
Este distúrbio afeta quase 1 milhão de pessoas no Reino Unido. Vamos conhecer as famílias que tentam superá-lo em casa.
I don't know what normal people do with those feelings. I don't know where they put those emotions. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No, I can't do it.
E pela primeira vez vamos entrar na enfermaria e ver os doentes e a equipa a tentar vencer este distúrbio.
I just feel just so difficult.
Make another step in the room, please.
I can't because I can't.
Just make another step in the room.
Serão meses de penosos tratamentos.
We do not have magic wands. The treatment here is extremely difficult.
For the patient, the therapy can seem worse than the OCD.
You're just torturing me. That's how I feel.
Sem garantias de sucesso.
Hopefully patients will stay 6 months. But some will stay a day. And they say, to hell with this place, I am going home.
OCD will always find a way. Always.
Distúrbio Obsessivo Compulsivo. O Hospital de Springfield, no sul de Londres. Lar de 10 dos piores obsessivos compulsivos.
Morning, Beth. How are you this morning?
Vivem lado a lado durante o máximo de 6 meses na esperança de aprenderem a viver normalmente. Esta é a única enfermaria do género no país.
The people in this unit are people with the worst OCD in the UK.
They've tried medication, they've tried psychotherapy, they've tried psychology, maybe on 2 separate occasions, and they've failed. Then they come to us.
Right. Okay. So
Edward, de 32 anos, teme estar sujo. Tocar, seja no que for, aterroriza-o.
See, this is the embarrassing bit now, because I've got to walk like a freaking moron up to the washing machine, and this is usually when
Está na enfermaria há apenas 2 semanas.
We are writing in desperation with regard to our son Edward. We can no longer continue living with this situation. His OCD is wrecking his life and now ours. Please help before it's too late.
Okay, so that's all set now, so I just need to switch it on.
É um consultor informático de sucesso.
Okay, I need to come back to the doorway now.
Mas a doença afeta tudo na sua vida.
Getting dressed, car door handles, making drinks, shaking hands, walking past people in the street, going to the toilet's a big ritual, and drinking as well.
Pretty much everything in life then.
Yeah. Literally 5 years ago, I was living a perfectly normal life. Everything was absolutely fine. I was living on my own. I'd graduated, I got a good job, and I was kind of moving up in life. I was getting where I should have been.
He got an MG sports car that he'd an MG TF that he'd specified.
Yeah, he just really got on with his job. He loved it.
He was living the life of Riley. He was.
So I now need to get these to my room without them touching anything, which is the hard bit. All of a sudden, I just started picking up these weird little traits and things that I was doing, which I didn't realise that were OCD at the time.
It was the hand washing to start off with, but it was literally just washing his hands. And then from washing his hands, it became washing his arms and all up here. I think that was when alarm bells started ringing, wasn't it?
My hands at the moment feel contaminated up to about my wrists, maybe a little bit further. If I'm not walking like this, I feel as though I've touched the sides of doors, the brush past walls. It's a bit of an awkward way of walking around. It's not particularly comfortable, but he does the job, so it's efficient. Things have got so severe, I've got to do something to claw my life back.
Os medos da contaminação, como os de Edward, são os mais comuns na enfermaria. Um pavor opressivo do mais pequeno grão de pó ou germes espalhados pelo toque das pessoas ou apenas pelo vento.
People with OCD, they always realize that what they are scared of is absolutely nonsense.
Dirt, germs, blood, semen,
Breadcrumbs, dust.
fear of something terrible happening because you forget to do something like lock the door, open the windows, etc.
It's totally irrational. But for some reason we don't know, their brain's switched on an alarm signal. It's saying this is highly dangerous.
And they find a way to alleviate this discomfort and this anxiety by performing a ritual.
Estes rituais, como lavar, limpar e confirmar, dominam as vidas das pessoas. Os especialistas em Springfield acreditam que para travar as ansiedades é preciso enfrentá-las de cabeça.
You're never going to get over your fear unless you stare it down.
Esta é uma das equipas mais especializadas do mundo e, para muitos doentes, a sua última esperança.
Morning. Morning. How are you?
Anis, de 24 anos, acabou de chegar.
Everybody's got a little bit. The whole planet has got, every single human has got a little bit of OCD. That's fact. They've got to turn off the cooker, they check it once, they might go in again, check it. But you see, it doesn't ruin the day. They've done that, they carry on.
So what's the difference between you and them?
It bothers me. That's the big difference.
With Ennis, it's extreme. Before he was admitted, he was literally getting stuck in the shower, scrubbing his body. I was getting stuck in the shower. It just paralyzes him completely. He should be going out with his friends, he should be going clubbing. Something has been stolen from him, and that makes me really upset.
Only you know the courage this takes, yeah? Okay, so where do you usually go?
Há quase 3 anos que Anis não sai de casa com medo de ser contaminado. A equipa acha que a única forma de ele melhorar é sujando-se propositadamente.
Shall I show you what I'd like? Yeah. Okay, but I'm going over the top here. I want you to be able to touch this. It's a flasher.
É a sua primeira sessão.
I'm not going to ask you to do this because you're not ready for this, but... Why would somebody come, touch a toilet flusher and lick their hands?
I just like to prove to me it's fine to touch things.
Is it straightforward as that? Do you want to shake my hands?
Yeah.
Okay, we do funny handshaking. We do that, and we do that, yeah. And then we go.
What, you want me to do as well?
If you can.
I want to do it. I just feel like I'm going to be dirty.
But is it worth being dirty to get over the OCD?
I'm not gonna lick my hands. I'll try.
That's a lot. That's a bit much. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Oh.
He has done very well.
Yeah.
He has really pushed himself, really pushed it. The thing is, he's got this sort of likable character about him.
Durante os próximos meses, Anis e Edward enfrentarão diariamente os seus medos.
Trying to keep a distance, I'm going to have to open this with my foot.
Se querem voltar a ter uma vida normal antes de terem alta, têm de fazer aquilo que mais os aterroriza.
Ask me to jump from Niagara Falls without a helmet, and I'll tell you go to hell. That's how it feels like for patients. There'll be casualties. There's no question about it.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes,
How are you doing?
Indeed. Yes, very well, very well.
Há 2 meses que Edward recebe tratamento nesta enfermaria e está a ficar habituado a tocar nas pessoas e nas coisas que o rodeiam.
I do sometimes think that therapy is quite, it makes people around you be quite mean.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, crikey, I've got nurses slamming the door in my face because they want me to open it. It's ridiculous. It goes just bloody rude.
Straight down once. Straight down.
When we work with patients with OCD, it might seem as if what we ask them to do is strange.
We do ask people to do very bizarre, strange and unusual things.
What are you doing? This is so weird.
If I compare that against a lifetime of living imprisoned by OCD, really it's a no-brainer to me.
Holed up in their homes, behind closed doors. They do even strange things.
Who is this?
This is Sam. He was just a stray dog and he just followed me home 15, 16 years ago. And he's just getting older now. I'm scared of losing him. I know I'm going to lose him. And that's what my OCD is about, really. It's just about clinging on to everyone I love and everything I love and trying to look after them so that they don't die.
P, it's 2013, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hayley, antiga auxiliar social, não consegue trabalhar há 10 anos. Como muitos doentes com este distúrbio, é assombrada por ideias de que coisas más vão acontecer. Passa 20 horas por dia a examinar os cães.
Is he panting?
Not at the moment.
Não quis ser tratada num hospital e funciona em casa com a ajuda de Pete, o marido.
Okay, so it's tea. It really kicked off when, like, my nan died and when my first dog died. That's when it really started to get out of control.
Did you know about the OCD before you got married?
No, I don't think I did.
Hayley é o que os terapeutas chamam examinadora.
Right, I'm just going to go for a run. I won't be very long.
Okay.
Do you need to do anything? Do you need to go anywhere?
No.
You're not going to leave Sam?
No.
Do you need to go to the toilet?
No, thank you.
You don't need to go anywhere at all?
No.
You're not going to leave him at all?
No.
What are you going to do when I go?
Kill people on the Xbox.
You don't need the toilet?
No.
You're going to watch his nose doesn't get pressed up?
Yep.
If he gets up, will you make sure you move the fan?
Yep.
Will you watch him?
Yeah.
Promise?
Promise. Okay.
Will you make sure he doesn't walk into the fan?
Yeah.
You're going to stay with him, you're not going to leave him?
Yeah.
You
No.
promise you're not going to leave him?
No,
You're going
not.
to stay with him?
Yeah.
It won't be long.
Yeah.
You won't forget about him, will
No,
you?
of course not.
Right. You won't forget?
No,
Don't leave him.
not leaving.
Don't leave him.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this. This is a bit I really struggle with. Basically, you keep pulling this until it feels okay to go, until it feels shut, but the trouble is, it never feels shut. When you're walking away, all I can see in my mind is Alice coming after me and a car running over it. So when you walk away, you just get these images of she running after me and the car hits her and I just see her lying under the wheels, and that's why it's so hard. I'm just going to go back once more. Okay. I wished I'd never had any pets. I would be a completely different person, and it's my biggest regret in my entire life. But I never bought the first dog without me knowing got the first dog. So it's never me.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
If you loved nothing, then there would be no OCD.
a life without love?
Yeah, please. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Na enfermaria, Edward começa o tratamento com a terapeuta Andrea.
Come on.
É o primeiro passo para confrontar os seus piores medos.
In here, which area is this area around the toilet maybe a bit more difficult?
That's very difficult, yes. Yeah.
Out of 100?
I'd say 90.
His main fear is that he will be contaminated with urine, and as a consequence, he will become unpleasant, disgusting. Let's give it a try. He is one of the most severe cases we had. So I touch the floor here.
Okay.
Right. Touch myself, my hair, and the chair. How do you feel about sitting in that chair? Give it a try. I know you can do it. I know it's very hard, but I know you can do it. Yeah? Take the risk.
Yeah.
Your anxiety will be very high. Well done. Excellent. So what's in your mind now? Can you close your eyes and talk to me?
Yeah, sort of images. I'm thinking of the toilet a lot because, the toilet's right there. I know people have walked in and out, trodden all the sort of contamination that's on the floor in the toilet, all over this floor, which you've then applied to the seat.
Okay.
I feel as though the contamination's kind of creeping over me. I feel as though it's kind of spreading. It disgusts me. It's just a feeling of disgust. Yeah.
Because if you are contaminated, then you are what?
Not perfect.
Oh. If we go back a bit in time, when you were maybe a little boy, maybe young, saying, I need to wash my hands, I need to be clean, I need to be a good boy, I need to be perfect, your brain was saying to you, well done, good boy. But now, this hand washing made you be a worse person, because you are a person with an OCD.
Correct.
But the feeling is left there, is like a habit. So every time that you experience this anxiety, you have to think, oh, this is not linked to reality, I'll have to move on. This is what you're going to need to do for the feelings to change.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to go wash one of the chairs here. I just had to. Honestly. I just had to.
Anis, o mais recente doente, tenta parar com as limpezas constantes.
I touched the chair, then I touched the chair with my hands, and I touched something else. I've contaminated everything. So then I had to just wash it, really. But I shouldn't really, but I couldn't help it.
So what else is in here then? Sponges. How many have you got in there?
It's about 12 altogether. Struggling on that one. That's quite a difficult one. Still using 3 a day. I mean, that's quite difficult because I just feel I'm not clean and that. So.
Don't they hurt?
Of course they hurt. I mean, look, I've got marks everywhere on my back. You know.
You've got scratches there. I can see.
Yeah, I've had those soft little sponges, those sea sponges, and just washing them, and it's just like I wasn't satisfied. So then you go higher. It's like drugs. You go for basically weed, something small, then pills and that, etc., etc. And then the last one probably is heroin. When, do you know what I mean? In probably cleaning wise, but the last one is probably bleach and that, probably. I mean, if I didn't come here, I mean, I would be going to that extent. Would go to that level.
Washing and bleach.
Yeah.
You can see the sparkle in the guy. You can see the young guy dying to get better. And yet we've got this voice niggling around, sort of controlling and telling what to do or what not to do. And very threatening at the same time.
OCD is me. It's part of me. And the worrying thing is, if you've taken all of it away, you're thinking, hold on a second, is my personality going to change?
Would you mind?
Fine.
Okay.
Antes de vir para a enfermaria, Edward achava que a sua casa estava tão contaminada que começou a dormir no carro. O problema é que os pais vivem na casa, portanto, também estão contaminados. E quando trouxeram Edward, deixaram um rasto.
You know, I just want to be the other side of the door, and it's so easy. Physically, it's so easy to get there, but I just can't do it. I really can't do it here. This is the one I remember my mum opening, so this is the most difficult one of all.
Is your mum contaminated then in your head?
Yeah, because of my fears of home being contaminated, and she's obviously contaminated from that.
Does that mean you can't hug your mum?
Correct, yeah, I haven't hugged her for a long time. And the only times in the last, I think I've probably done it twice in the last 3 years, I guess.
We got to a point where he'd come home from work and he'd kick the front door. He wouldn't touch it with his hand, he'd kick the door, and we'd be sat in here watching the telly. I think Ed was here. We'd go and open the front door. And he'd come in through the front door like this, watching the banisters, and he'd go straight upstairs. Once he got upstairs, I could go and shut the front door.
Why couldn't you until you got upstairs?
Oh, gee, no way.
Be too close to him. He's not an angry or aggressive person, but that's what it turned him into.
Yeah.
To the point
I know it's
where...
going to the extremes, but if you ever remember the film The Exorcist, it was like that. If he hadn't got into Springfield, I don't know.
Well, I
couldn't have coped with it any longer.
I think you'd have been visiting us in somewhere like that, to be quite honest.
Hoje, a equipa pediu a Edward que enfrentasse o seu medo de casa e visitasse a família. Mas será mais difícil do que ele imagina.
I spoke to my mum on the phone this morning, and you know, I asked her, please, you won't go in my bedroom, will you? You know, just keep the door closed, and I'll sort it all out when I come back. She's gone and cleaned the whole place, so she's stripped the bed, she's hoovered, she's dusted, and she just spread that contamination all through it now. Her worst fear, all through the bedroom. She says she understands, but she doesn't, otherwise she wouldn't have done that. I'm just going to be straight back into who I was. I'm not going to have changed at all. I'm half tempted just to go home, go on holiday, and then say, right, that's it. I'm not going back.
Edward vai a meio do tratamento, mas a ideia de voltar a casa fez regressar os seus piores rituais do distúrbio obsessivo compulsivo.
Sorry, it's just I knew this was happening. I knew things are just too busy. I just want to get out of here now. Yeah, I'll just wash my hands quickly and I'll feel a bit better.
Passou uma semana desde que Edward foi a casa enfrentar os medos. Mas hoje vai dar um passo ainda maior.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just a bit anxious, I think.
Permite que os pais o visitem na enfermaria pela primeira vez.
Originally, he didn't want us to come.
No, absolutely.
In our eyes, everything to do with our home and us is a major sort of contamination to you. It's as though your biggest problem at the moment is us.
Actually, there's loads of things that I'm afraid of.
In fact, last weekend for me was the worst.
Really?
And for me.
You told Mum, I'll be back Thursday night. Next minute, I hear you're really upset, something's happened here, and you're threatening to walk out. So, and we'd settled down thinking, well, I don't think he's coming. The next minute, you're on the drive shouting. I thought, I just can't do with this.
See, that's the thing.
And then within an hour or two,
I can't tell anyone I'm stuck because I don't want to upset anyone.
Your anxieties are there, and we've got to do this for you, or we've got to keep out of the way, or we've got to don't do that, and do this. I think it's horrid.
I know it's difficult, I know it's been difficult, but
And yeah. Shall I show off my amazing ability to open a door? Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
You do toilet door handles?
No.
How does it feel to be talked about as if you're contaminated?
I think we've just got so used to it. It can be hurtful sometimes, yes. Yeah.
Even I know the way it comes across is as though I can't stand them, or you know, I just don't want to be anywhere near them, and it's not true. It's not true. Emotionally, I do.
Has it been difficult not being able to hug your son?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
We used to do a lot. Well, because I think we are a close family.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
There's just driven a big wedge
It really has.
between us. But it's getting there.
Yeah, it's been good to see.
It's nice to see you. It's nice to be allowed to come and see you.
Absolutely, I know. I hope it'll be in my own home one day. It'd be good. Yeah, no, it'd be super.
Okay.
All right then.
Right. We'll see you when you come home at the weekend then.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, I see you soon.
Bye, love.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Ennis. How are you?
Okay, don't shout, Mum. Look, she's always shouts.
Okay, I wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Yeah, all right, Mum. Thanks.
It's one thing, the illnesses that literally take over a person's life, and the family get caught in it. It's a big web.
I'm sorry I couldn't be today with you.
All right then, Mum.
Yeah. Okay.
All right then. Yeah.
See you.
All right, see you. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. I love you too.
Hi.
It destroys the relationship between husband and wife, siblings. It just pulls them apart.
Em Suffolk, Tricia, mãe de 2 filhos, há anos que mal sai de casa.
My daughter's just returned with a few items of shopping. Nothing can go straight in a cupboard or on a shelf. Each one is rinsed under running water for 3 or 4 minutes. I know the difference between me and my OCD. And my OCD is not nice, and I don't like anything to do with it.
Recusa qualquer tratamento. O medo de contaminação é tão grande que nem consegue andar vestida em casa.
It's a terrible liar. It's a bully. Yeah, it's a complete and utter monster.
Vive com o marido e uma filha adulta. Há mais de uma década que ninguém entra na casa. A doença afeta todos os seus relacionamentos. Mas hoje, passados anos de encorajamento e planeamento, Tricia veio visitar a mãe.
You're not looking very well, Patricia. You're not looking well, Patricia.
Mum, please.
Vivem a apenas 20 minutos de distância, mas não se viam há 4 anos.
When I leave the house, well, to start with, I'm petrified coming out anywhere. Any breath of wind, I'm terrified. And when I get home, all my clothes come off in the garden. I wash down with a hose. I'm then 2 hours in the shower, and I haven't got the energy to do it anymore. That's why I don't leave the house. It's just a nightmare. You're clean, but I'm thinking to myself, when Katie and Ella are here, perhaps they might...
Actually, I must butt in. They're not allowed in their shoes.
But you don't understand, Mum. I've watched.
Who are these children?
My grandchildren.
What, sorry?
My grandchildren. I've not seen them since the eldest was a baby, so she's not missing me as such. I don't even know if she knows I exist.
And what does that cost mean then, to you and to them?
Enormous. An enormous cost.
They're such beautiful children too, they really are. Lovely, lovely kids. I didn't realise, as I keep saying, how ill she is. I knew she was ill, but looking at her, though.
Do you find it hard to understand it?
Definitely. Don't you?
De volta a Springfield, Edward sofre revés alarmante.
Oh dear, dear. What happens is that they wash their hands so often that the normal protective layer on the skin is just removed. So all these pathogens can break the skin much easier. So a condition that initially is a mental condition turns into a physical condition. A lot of people with contamination fears, they are worried about going to the toilet. Therefore, they restrict the fluid, so they have to use the toilet less. Stop drinking. And if it's prolonged, it can lead to kidney failure.
Edward, have you ever restricted drinking?
Yes. This is an illness that is very, very powerful and it can kill.
It does. It has. It will do.
There's more cross there.
A equipa tem de decidir se interrompe o tratamento de Edward ou se o pressiona mais e o expõe ao seu pior medo, a urina.
We don't know if they have a bad week. Is this something that will become permanent? Is there a stop sign in their treatment?
Como meio termo, pedem-lhe que pegue num frasco com urina a fingir, mas até isso parece ser demasiado.
I know we've only done it with paint and water, but it's still pushing my anxiety sky high.
Okay, let's have a look.
Why? I don't...
Because we need to work through it, Ed. Is there a problem?
Yeah, because it's kind of hidden at the moment. No, I can't do it, I can't do it. I can't do it, it's just too... It's there under my washing. I need
under your washing?
Yeah, because I needed to hide it from... so I couldn't see it. But I'm going to need to wash my hands afterwards, I can't...
You can't wash your hand is infected.
I can't pick it up.
Can I pick it up?
No, because it'll be the
not?
same. It'll be the same.
What are you talking about? Make another step in the room, please.
I can't because I can't.
Just make another step in the room. That's all you need to do.
Right.
Okay? All right. Can you go now and pick up the colored water?
Okay.
Okay. Can I get hold of it? Why can't I hold it? I'm licking toilets, Ed. Come, I'll do it. Honestly.
No, I can't even watch you do it. I can't even watch you.
Come in. Come in, come in.
I'll never be able to kiss you again, look to me. Right?
Oh.
I cannot look.
Look at me, look at you. Which one is healthier? What are you worried about?
I know.
That you're going to be less perfect? You are as imperfect as possible. You can't go lower than this, Ed. Come on my side. You look young and fit and healthy, and you're a funny man. You like to crack a joke, and you're full of life. And you're very, very, very ill. You're very ill, Ed.
I know.
And we need to take care of you.
Anis está a passar por uma crise na sua terapia.
I just feel like exploding.
How does it come out?
Cry. Get angry. Get frustrated. I don't know, I just feel just so difficult.
A equipa questiona-se sobre o recurso a uma nova abordagem.
Hiya, Ennis. Come on in. Come and take a seat.
Yeah.
How are things going?
Going okay. Just getting a bit annoyed, really.
Tell me.
Because I don't feel like appreciated and that.
Nearly everybody that comes here is on 2 medications. And you're on the medication for the front of the pain, not the ones that help the projections to the back. What I would like to do is to put you on some medication, making it that little bit easier.
I don't know about that. I don't want medication, to be honest.
I think what you're doing is potentially making it more difficult for yourself. Give it a thought, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I will. Give that a thought.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
thanks for coming along.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
All right,
cheers.
It's easy, innit? Pump me up with drugs, I'll eat shit for you. It's chocolate bar. Do you know what I mean? Let's pump them up with tablets and then we say do this and do that. Easy. Well, you didn't need to go to fucking university for that. No, I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to be on freaking tablets the rest of my life. I want to freaking do it without tablets. I could just say that. I could go down the street. Hey, you got OCD? Yeah, just do this, mate. You're cured.
What's the option if this place doesn't work?
Probably death. I said that. I'm just going to kill myself after this. OCD will always find a way. Always.
Há 4 meses que Edward vive na enfermaria e a abordagem rigorosa parece estar a dar frutos. A terapia começa a mostrar resultados.
How are you feeling now, at present?
At present?
Yeah.
About 3. About 3 at the moment.
It's like sweet. Ooh, it's not as dark as I thought.
Hoje vai enfrentar o seu pior medo.
So I'm just going to go.
I'm so worried.
I think I'm just going to go.
I'm worried. Should I?
I am really worried, but I think it's the thought of.
Wow! Excellent! Excellent!
Push me a bit further.
Oh, Ed. Give me a hug. Give me a hug,
I can
Ed.
certainly shake your hand.
Well done, well done.
Thank you. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? That's it now.
Let's lick it.
No, we'll save that for next week.
You joke, you don't make me lick the toilet. I'm not crazy. Well done, Ed. I'm very impressed, honestly. Honestly, I didn't think you had it in you. Well, I thought you had it in you.
I'll be honest, if you'd have asked me a week ago,
You would have said
probably
no.
would have said no.
So well done, Ed.
Thank you.
This is the kind of things that keeps us going. This is the kind of achievements that make it worthwhile.
I can't believe that I've just done that. I feel weird. I don't know how I feel.
Is this the comeback?
I hope so. I hope so.
These are more like scourers. Really.
Yeah, that's good stuff, that is.
Yeah, for the OCD.
Anis ainda recusa tomar outros medicamentos para a ansiedade. A equipa teme que os rituais da sua doença se estejam a tornar perigosos e confisca todos os produtos de limpeza.
What we have here? I think we've reached a point where it's more to do with desperation. He knows that what he's doing is not right, but he just cannot stop himself.
I burnt my hands on a Sunday. I had to go to the hospital and that. Just use this bathroom and toilet 99.9 bacterial stuff that you use just for the toilets. Just use that on my hands.
Let's have a look at them today.
It's just the old skin that was burnt and that.
Yeah.
Just peeling away.
Yeah. So we need to recognise actually what this illness is doing to you physically.
Yeah. It doesn't stop. It's like if I've got now the thoughts and that. If it was right here, right now, I would use it again.
Right.
Em casa, continua a luta para lidar com a doença sem recorrer a tratamento. Trisha não saiu de casa desde a visita à mãe.
I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but I'm not fully over it.
And how long ago was it?
4 months getting on, isn't it? It's nearly 3.5 months.
Hello?
Just the stress of going out of the house. I think it'd be the same if I went down the garden. I can't see it getting better, to be truthful, and I'm not saying that in a pessimistic, negative way. I really, it is just accept. Make the best of it. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got the leads. So do I just need to...
Go.
Hayley apenas consegue viver dia a dia com a ajuda do marido, Pete.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
I know at least one person that has said I would have left by now. But when we got married, I promised to love her and I promised to cherish her. And it's not a little flimsy promise, it's actually quite a big, substantial thing. That's what I have to come back to. You promised you'd look after it, you promised you'd cherish her, and if that means doing what she wants, then that's it.
Edward aproxima-se do fim do tratamento e Andrea tem um último desafio para ele: lidar com urina verdadeira.
They become like your babies in the end, you know. You have to look after them, encourage them, set boundaries to them. The hero.
I've done it.
Well done.
It feels wrong. I can feel it's warm. It feels wrong. It feels...
Okay.
It almost feels like I'm connected to what I am, in a way.
It's a bit of you.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I shall raise it as my own.
Do you want me to draw a couple of eyes and a nose?
Yeah, we could give him a name.
Come on, let's do that. Look, it's a little girl.
Should we call her Flora?
Flora. Oh, now he'll have a daughter. He'll never call her Flora ever again.
I named you after a bowl of piss. Isn't that nice?
How can you reframe this? I named you after my...
Urine.
No.
My favourite friend.
My big victory against OCD.
Yeah, you're right.
As a therapist, I sometimes put myself in the hot seat by saying, would you do what you're asking that patient to do if you had the same thoughts and the same feelings? And I'm not going to cheat you, I don't know.
Para um doente, as exigências da terapia foram demasiadas.
With Esse, it became too tough for him, to be honest. It became too difficult.
I sometimes wonder if I went too fast. I sometimes wonder if I should have been a bit more economic about where we were going.
Even though he wants to get better, he's not going to make it this time.
You just have to hold on to that hope that they will come back in the future.
This is the first thing that you've made that I've eaten, isn't it, I think? I've achieved so much over the last few weeks. Done so many things that I didn't used to do. I feel as though the last few weeks I feel as though I've been living a life again, you know, a normal life. It's been really good.
This has been an absolutely superb weekend. It really has. I'd still love to hug him. Not done that in so long.
I want to be able to give him a hug. So many times when he's needed one, and then you just feel totally useless.
Earlier this year, this wouldn't have happened. This is too close to my parents. But now it's, you know, it's good. 10. We might go for a hug.
That's a long time coming. Oh, that's brilliant.
Do I get a hug as well?
Go on. Don't hit the fat.
Tradução, spell, locução, Marisa Caetano Antunes.
Everybody's got a little bit. The whole planet has got, every single human has got a little bit of OCD. That's fact. They've got to turn off the cooker, check it once, they might go in again, check it. But you see, it doesn't ruin the day. They've done that, they carry on.
So what's the difference between you and them?
It bothers me. That's the big difference.
With Ennis, it's extreme. Before he was admitted, he was literally getting stuck in the shower, scrubbing his body. I was getting stuck in the shower. It just paralyzes him completely. He should be going out with his friends, he should be going clubbing. Something has been stolen from him, and that makes me really upset.
Only you know the courage this takes, yeah? Okay, so where do you usually go?
Há quase 3 anos que Ennis não sai de casa com medo de ser contaminado. A equipa acha que a única forma de ele melhorar é sujando-se propositadamente.
Shall I show you what I like? Yeah. Okay, but I'm going over the top here. I want you to be able to touch this. It's a flasher.
É a sua primeira sessão.
I'm not going to ask you to do this because you're not ready for this, but... Why would somebody come, touch a toilet flusher and lick their hands?
I just like to prove to me it's fine to touch things.
Is it straightforward as that? Do you want to shake my hands?
Yeah.
Okay, we do funny handshaking. We do that, and we do that, yeah. And then we go.
What do you want me to do as well?
I am dirty, and I will make you dirty too. I am dirty, and I will make you dirty too.
Esta não é uma enfermaria comum. É a única unidade britânica permanente dedicada ao tratamento do Distúrbio Obsessivo Compulsivo, ou DOC. É para aqui que vêm os piores casos do país depois de terem sido apanhados pelos medos das coisas mais normais.
Come on, chop chop.
You know, I just want to be the other side of the door, and it's so easy to get there, but I just can't do it. I really can't do it here.
You don't need to go anywhere at all. You're not going to leave.
Este distúrbio afeta quase 1 milhão de pessoas no Reino Unido. Vamos conhecer as famílias que tentam superá-lo em casa.
I don't know what normal people do with those feelings. I don't know where they put those emotions. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
E pela primeira vez vamos entrar na enfermaria e ver os doentes e a equipa a tentar vencer este distúrbio.
I just feel it's so difficult.
Make another step in the room, please.
I can't because I can't.
Just make another step in the room.
Serão meses de penosos tratamentos.
We do not have magic wands. The treatment here is extremely difficult.
For the patient, the therapy can seem worse than the OCD.
You're just torturing me. That's how I feel.
Sem garantias de sucesso.
Hopefully patients will stay 6 months. But some will stay a day. And they say, to hell with this place, I am going home.
OCD will always find a way. Always.
Distúrbio Obsessivo Compulsivo. O Hospital de Springfield, no sul de Londres. Lar de 10 dos piores obsessivos compulsivos.
Morning, Beth. How are you this morning?
Vivem lado a lado durante o máximo de 6 meses na esperança de aprenderem a viver normalmente. Esta é a única enfermaria do género no país.
The people in this unit are people with the worst OCD in the UK.
They've tried medication, they've tried psychotherapy, they've tried psychology, maybe on 2 separate occasions, and they failed. Then they come to us.
Right, okay. So
Edward, de 32 anos, teme estar sujo. Tocar, seja no que for, aterroriza-o.
See, this is the embarrassing bit now, because I've got to walk like a freaking moron up to the washing machine, and this is usually when...
Está na enfermaria há apenas 2 semanas.
We are writing in desperation with regard to our son Edward. We can no longer continue living with this situation. His OCD is wrecking his life and now ours. Please help before it's too late.
Okay, so that's all set now, so I just need to switch it on.
É consultor informático de sucesso.
Okay, I need to come back to the doorway now.
Mas a doença afeta tudo na sua vida.
Getting dressed, car door handles, making drinks, shaking hands, walking past people in the street, going to the toilet's a big ritual, and drinking as well.
Pretty much everything in life then.
Yeah. Literally 5 years ago I was living a perfectly normal life. Everything was absolutely fine. I was living on my own. I'd graduated, I got a good job, and I was kind of moving up in life. I was getting where I should have been.
He got an MG sports car that he'd an MG TF that he'd specified.
Yeah, he just really got on with his job, he loved it.
He was living the life of Riley. He was.
So I now need to get these to my room without them touching anything, which is the hard bit. All of a sudden, I just started picking up these weird little traits and things that I was doing, which I didn't realise that were OCD at the time.
It was the hand washing to start off with, but it was literally just washing his hands. And then from washing his hands, it became washing his arms and all up here. I think that was when alarm bells started ringing, wasn't it?
My hands at the moment feel contaminated up to about my wrists, maybe a little bit further. If I'm not walking like this, I feel as though I've touched the sides of doors, the brush past walls. It's a bit of an awkward way of walking around. It's not particularly comfortable, but he does the job, so it's efficient. Things have got so severe, I've got to do something to claw my life back.
Os medos da contaminação, como os de Edward, são os mais comuns na enfermaria. Um pavor opressivo do mais pequeno grão de pó ou germes espalhados pelo toque das pessoas ou apenas pelo vento.
People with OCD, they always realize that what they are scared of is absolutely nonsense.
Dirt, germs, blood, semen.
Breadcrumbs, dust.
Fear of something terrible happening because you forget to do something like lock the door, open the windows, etc.
It's totally irrational. But for some reason we don't know, their brains switched on an alarm signal. It's saying this is highly dangerous.
And they find a way to alleviate this discomfort and this anxiety by performing a ritual.
Estes rituais, como lavar, limpar e confirmar, dominam as vidas das pessoas. Os especialistas em Springfield acreditam que para travar as ansiedades é preciso enfrentá-las de cabeça.
You're never going to get over your fear unless you stare it down.
Esta é uma das equipas mais especializadas do mundo e, para muitos doentes, a sua última esperança.
Morning. How are you?
Anis, de 24 anos, acabou de chegar.